Hello and welcome to your MES e-lesson. I'm Natalie. Today you're going to learn how to find out about people's experiences and continuing situations. For example, to ask about people's experiences. Have you been on good terms with your boss lately? To ask about continuing situations. Has Floyd been in a meeting with the potential buyers for over an hour? In a business situation, you may want to ask about locations, states, or conditions. For example, has Susan been at her supervisor's beck and call all day? In order to make these questions, you must learn how to use the present perfect tense with have been plus a prepositional phrase. How do you make these questions? First, know how to conjugate have been plus a prepositional phrase. Let's use the example, on target with my budgeting. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat. Have I been on target with my budgeting? If you want to ask about me, have you been on target with your budgeting? If you want to ask about Harry, has Harry been on target with his budgeting? If you want to ask about Irene, has Irene been on target with her budgeting? If you want to ask about us, have we been on target with our budgeting? If you want to ask about them, have they been on target with their budgeting? It's very important to memorize this conjugation fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, know your prepositional phrases and really study your vocabulary. For example, have you been on top of the world ever since you got a significant salary bump? At odds with any of your co-workers recently? In line for a promotion lately? Finally, to build a more specific question, you can use a time reference. For example, have you been on top of your schedule this month? Or a prepositional phrase, for example, have you been on top of your schedule at work? Or for plus a duration of time, for example, have you been on top of your schedule for the past week? Or since plus a specific point in time. For example, have you been on top of your schedule since yesterday? Excellent! Now, let's review how to ask about people's experiences and continuing situations using a prepositional phrase. You ask these questions by knowing the conjugation of have been plus a prepositional phrase and building a more specific question with the vocabulary, time references and prepositional phrases. Well done! Let's move on to video B to really practice.